last weekend, CS devs been cooking up some new content as well as teasing Counter-Strike players at the exact same time. Valve's been extremely active in social media, mainly Twitter, which is taking many players back, including myself, to the day of CS2's release. We've had replies to random CS posts, the official CS Twitter account is starting new threads and discussions of Train and the Shanghai Major, and as it stands for Train right now, Train has just been leaked for so long, and now having what feels like daily teases, that being of the map, alongside the fact that the devs seem to be very secretive of it, makes a lot of players in the community think, including myself, that the devs are possibly holding out a bunch more with this next update. And some questions players have is this next update coming out before the major? Are we getting an operation? Which, yes, it doesn't really make sense, but is it possible? And with all the recent activity from the CS dev team as well as teases, why would they generate and create this much hype for only one map, that being Train? Today's video, we're gonna break down what Valve's next move is, what to expect based off of recent teases, alongside some CS2 Major and Valve news. Now, today's video sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a CS2 trading site for all your skin needs. Whether you're choosing to deposit your in-game items or real-life cash, Skins Monkey has it all. If you choose to trade yet need to top up your balance, you can do so by also using my code MANDO for a free $5. Alongside depositing, you get an additional 35% of a deposit bonus. With Skins Monkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. Now, very quickly, this is myself in the post edit, and last night on November 12th, we did receive a massive update for Counter-Strike 2. CS devs released multiple different FAQ and blog post pages discussing networking, and more so, Valve just coming up with more of a stable and long-term fix from the problems we've had with networking and overall lag since Counter-Strike 2 first launched. But in the exact same update, Valve also made changes of the wording on their post on Twitter, making it say Train when shrunk down. And when someone asked the devs about Train coming to Counter-Strike 2 soon through an emoji, Valve devs sent a GIF with the description of the GIF saying no more teases. So is this it? Is this the final tease? Will Train be released later tonight or maybe next week? Or is Train just gonna come at a later date, possibly sometime after the Shanghai Major has been concluded? Firstly, for today's video was Valve's recent teases and what they mean. So as most of you know, most of these teases started all the way back on October 31st, with Osney CS tweeting out something about how he hates Vertigo. The CS Twitter account replied with a GIF of Shrek just pretty much smirking. And afterwards, it was 3 Clicks Phillips posting random posts, with him doing a T pose, most are assuming is T for Train. You have a post from Rops on November 4th, and the CS account replying with a leak of their DMs. On November 8th, the professional player known as Forrest actually retired, and he had a little bit of a goodbye frag movie, specifically on just the map Train. This, I actually think it was just a matter of well, bad timing, if that makes any sense. Forrest was there for the early days of CSGO, was also one of the very few players to push out the very first skins update when that released. And then we have the most recent post from Austin CSGO from November 11th, that being yesterday. He said on this post with a video of a bunch of flashes, unironically, this is the best flash I've ever seen. And then CS2 replied saying Counter-Strike skill ceiling is unmatched. And most people within the CS community, after seeing all these responses, and there's most likely going to be more later today or throughout this next week, why are they being this active on social media and hyping up this much stuff for only one map? Now, stepping away from the CS account's official responses, let's discuss Valve's new banner. Now, unless you've been paying some serious attention to Valve's Twitter account on CS2, you wouldn't really think too much of it. But over this last weekend, Valve actually changed the banner once again, where they changed it just last week to it looks like Train and T-Spawn to what now looks like the exact same spot, but now it's raining, which also just gives us more confirmation that the map is Train and that the leaks that we've had through data mines over this last few months are correct and are real. Because Train is supposed to supposedly have dynamic weather, it's supposed to rain, it's supposed to be cloudy, supposed to be sunny, and it's just supposed to be random from what we know right now. But why would they change it again, especially if it's not even that ready for release, which we're gonna get into now. Valve in the past tends to change their banner before a major update, but like we mentioned throughout the video, if it's just one map, it just doesn't make any sense, which then that also means that the Armory update, the MVP update, and practically every other CS2 update we've had this last year that were larger than just one map releasing, so why wouldn't have Valve change their banner then? It just doesn't make any sense. But questions have arisen of what this next update is going to contain, such as why is Valve hyping up this update to be more than just Train? The underlying question is, will there be more? In my opinion, I think it's possible we get more, but it doesn't really make any sense why we would, since we just got the Armory update this last month, which is highly regarded to be CS2's biggest update yet. An operation also, in my opinion, is very unlikely, since that would overstimulate and oversaturate the market, but also players. And when the major sale is on, devs always want players to focus on those capsules. I think what happens going forward is Train is going to come out, it's going to be added to competitive and other modes, and maybe we do get a returning mode like Flying Scoutsman back from CSGO. And speaking of major capsules, now let's talk about the Shanghai Major, that being its teams, but also stickers. As of today being the 12th, we now only have a couple of days remaining left for all the teams to battle it out for a spot in the major. And from the start of this qualifier, I gotta say, pro players have received some of the coolest merch I've ever seen in Counter-Strike's history. And with the major only being a few weeks away, that means stickers are gonna have to arrive soon, probably very soon after the qualifiers are wrapped up. Now, in terms of stickers, this right now I think is the last chance for Valve to create something new and make major stickers great again. The same goes with coins. Now, yes, players have begged over the years and asked Valve to change up the stickers and revert to something old but gold, that being the borderless background. But the problem is when we received it again and again again and again. It got very old, and now players seem to have a massive fatigue in stickers. Not to mention coins, which the coins have been the exact same pretty much every single major since before borderless stickers made a comeback. And to end today's video is some Valve news. Now this brings us to a post from Gabe Follower from yesterday afternoon talking about the water technology that was tested for the Valley of the Gods, which then Valve acquired the company. And if you think this looks a little bit similar, well, you're right, because it's actually in Counter-Strike 2. It looks pretty well similar. According to Gabe Follower, the Valve developer behind the water shader for Counter-Strike 2 has shared very rare gameplay footage. It shows the technology that was tested for the Valley of the Gods, which then Valve acquired the company, and the team shelved the game not so long after joining Valve to shift resources and other projects, which one of them at the time was Half-Life Alyx. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. These graphics look pretty insane for what it is. And of course, if you remember from the last couple of weeks, we talked about Project Borealis. Well, you can now play test and install this in your computer, and it looks amazing. Makes me wonder if Valve is ever going to do anything like this in the future. But that all being said, that pretty much wraps up today's episode of CS2 News. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.